Ultra-realistic 4K African savanna at sunset, crimson sky bleeding into horizon, tall golden grass swaying in warm wind, cinematic drone shot descending slowly, dust particles glowing in volumetric light, epic wildlife documentary style, HDR, IMAX quality, hyper-detailed terrain textures. Massive male lion mid-leap in slow motion, muscles flexed, claws extended, roaring face frozen in air. For 100 pounds of power suspended. Extreme fur detail, golden backlight, 120 frames per second slow motion, shallow depth of field, dramatic wildlife cinematography.
Impact moment in ultra-slow motion, lion colliding with porcupine, explosion of dust and quills, particles suspended mid-air, high shutter speed clarity, cinematic action freeze frame, HDR lighting.
Close-up macro 4K shot of porcupine quills embedded in lion's muzzle, blood droplets hanging in air, lion recoiling in pain, ultra-detailed whiskers and skin texture, dramatic tension lighting. Wide shot of lion pride emerging from tall grass at twilight, 6 lionesses moving in synchronized formation, alpha male in background, moon rising, blue cinematic night grading. Porcupine standing firm center frame, quills raised and rattling. Extreme close-up vibration detail, warning display, dust glowing in moonlight, suspenseful atmosphere. Lioness feinting attack in slow motion, claws swiping inches from quills, porcupine rotating defensively, tight tracking camera, high contrast shadows. Lion cub stumbling forward curiously, shallow depth of field focus shift, tension-filled silence, cinematic eye-level perspective. Porcupine charging toward cub, sudden burst of motion, dramatic camera shake, quills flared, orchestral tension implied. Lionesses freezing mid-movement, intense eye-contact moment, dust settling around them, wide IMAX composition. Porcupine reversing slowly into darkness, never turning back. Moonlit savanna landscape, emotional cinematic pacing. Night feeding scene, porcupine digging for roots, dry cracked soil flying into air, detailed claws and dirt textures, realistic ambient night sound vibe.
Ultra macro 4K shot of bulb being ripped from earth, dirt fragments in slow motion, hyper-realistic plant texture.
Camouflaged puff adder coiled perfectly in dry leaves. Extreme macro scale detail, shallow focus, cinematic tension lighting. Puff adder lightning fast strike in 240 frames per second slow motion. Fangs extended, motion blur trails, ultra-detailed venom droplets. Porcupine foot stepping directly onto snake coil, dramatic close-up, shallow depth, suspense build-up. Snake fangs deflecting off quills, bouncing backward mid-air, intense macro realism, HDR clarity. Snake retreating into shadows, smooth slither motion, moody dark blue grading, quiet aftermath scene. Leopard draped over tree branch high above, moonlight filtering through leaves, detailed rosette fur patterns, calm predatory stare. Predator POV shot from leopard's perspective, porcupine below walking unaware, thermal heat shimmer effect, cinematic focus pull. Leopard launching silently from canopy, slow motion gravity fall, camera tracking downward dramatically. Impact collision dust burst, leopard landing on porcupine, dramatic ground level angle, ultra-detailed textures.
Porcupine crest flaring upward automatically, bristles rising like helmet, macro texture clarity, high-speed capture.
Leopard biting into quills and recoiling instantly, intense facial reaction, cinematic lighting contrast. Leopard vanishing back into tree shadows, smooth, agile movement, mysterious atmosphere. Early dawn light breaking horizon. Honey badger walking confidently through brush, low tracking camera, golden sunrise glow. Porcupine and honey badger locking eyes, dramatic wind moving grass between them, tense face-off composition. Honey badger lunging aggressively, gritty dust explosion, intense ground-level action camera. Quill piercing badger's loose skin in slow motion, extreme detail realism, dramatic freeze frame. Honey badger pulling quill from shoulder calmly, no flinch, raw realism, sunrise backlight glow. Morning mist rolling across savanna, 20 African wild dogs emerging from fog, wide cinematic drone shot, synchronized movement. Close-up of painted fur patterns on wild dogs, intense focused eyes, breath visible in cold dawn air.
Wild dogs initiating chaotic attack, rotating formation, dynamic handheld wildlife camera style.
Porcupine spinning rapidly in defense, quills rattling violently, dust storm atmosphere, high frame rate realism. Extreme close-up snapping jaws inches from porcupine nose, saliva strands visible, cinematic tension peak. Porcupine spotting distant burrow entrance. Shallow focus rack from face to tunnel, dramatic heartbeat pacing. Full reverse defensive charge toward burrow, quills slicing through pack, tank-like movement, intense camera tracking. Porcupine forcing body into narrow tunnel entrance, quills flaring and locking into dirt walls, claustrophobic close-up angle. Wild dogs stopping outside burrow, frustrated pacing, dawn light intensifying behind them, decision moment. Final sunrise wide shot, battered porcupine emerging slowly into golden light. Missing quills, peaceful savanna backdrop, epic orchestral finale mood. IMAX 4K HDR wildlife documentary style.
Through the darkest night to the golden dawn. Despite the battles fought, life endures.